Hi, this is Judy O'Neill, life coach and counselor. So, maybe you are considering getting some counseling or coaching and you're hesitant. Perhaps you have the fear that if you do so, it would mean you're crazy or abnormal or weak. Well, I know these concerns can feel true, so here's the question: are they actually true? It makes total sense to be afraid that getting counseling means you're cuckoo. There is centuries of stigma around mental and emotional health issues. It used to be so bad that families who had a family member with mental health issues, they would keep that person hidden in a back shed to protect the family from enormous stigma. So there's good reason why that fear comes up. So a lot of mental health issues are just chemistry, and it's an organ of the body, the brain, and it needs to have chemicals in balance. And the kidney is an organ of the body, and it needs to be in balance. But if you go to see a psychiatrist, you're probably not going to tell everybody that. Only people you trust. But if you go to see a kidney doctor, you could mention it to anyone. Following the desire to avoid shame or embarrassment, that is not, in my experience, a good guide for our life choices. It's not a good compass to worry about what other people think. Throughout history, society has labeled a lot of behaviors that we now see as really sane to be embarrassing or to have shame around them. A man used to be embarrassed if his wife worked, rather than now we see it as, well, of course both genders are going to work if they want to. And men and women years ago, and not that long ago, were under great pressure to marry very young. And a lot of people married someone who wasn't a right fit for them, or they didn't love that person. And if you were a 23-year-old woman, you were seen as an old maid and less valuable, even if the reason you weren't married was because you were holding out for a really right spouse. And also, not that many decades ago, children were to be seen and not heard. So if a child went up to another adult and asked a question out of curiosity, the parent might have been embarrassed that their child was bothering that other adult. So our human minds are very dramatic. We can take a really small characteristic or a choice like going to for counseling and make it mean a really big deal. Our minds will make it mean that we're crazy or abnormal or weak, when really all it means is that we're being practical. So most highly successful people surround themselves with expert help. They might have a tax advisor, a legal advisor, a marketing advisor. And so how is going for professional counseling help any different? So that's my question. I don't really think it is. So as for the fear that seeking professional help means you're abnormal, well, one thing I've learned, getting to age 52 now, no one's normal. Really, nobody's normal. Everyone is dealing with something really hard. Their life might look good from the outside, but we don't know the truth. You can't know. 7% of all American adults have had at least one major depressive episode this year. 18% have anxiety disorders. 12% are alcoholic. 39% are obese. 71% of all Americans are overweight or obese, which is a very painful experience. What else can I tell you? 5% have had cancer, and more than 50% have had the terrible experience of divorce. The numbers make clear there is no normal. So, hearing this, do you think that pursuing help makes you a mess or weak? Or does it mean that it's a skill to recognize you have a problem and then consult with someone who specializes in helping people improve their lives? And does it mean you're weak, or does it mean that you're strong enough to take the step forward, whether other people approve or not? It's not really their business. And does it maybe mean that you're human, just like everybody else? So I wish you all the best. I'm Judy O'Neill. You can find me through bouldercoachingandtherapy.com, or you can just text or call me, 303-819-2099. And please feel free to comment below, subscribe to my channel, and share this with anyone else. Thank you. Bye-bye.